Hello YouTube family, and welcome to another episode of This and That. Yes, it is your boy Rosel, your soon to be #1 YouTube host. If y'all remember last week, we took the George Foreman Grill and we hooked it to my Predator 2000 generator, and we wanted to test it and see if it would cook so we could use it on some of our road trips, or at least when we got our travel trailer, and it worked perfectly. So I thought to myself, if I had two siblings and I let one try for sports, I let one try for music, or I let one try for the debate team, wouldn't I let the other one do the same thing? So this week, we're gonna take its baby brother, the George Foreman Jr., and we're gonna try the same thing. We're gonna cook a steak using the Predator 2000 generator, which I already got hooked up and sitting around the house like I did last week, and we're gonna give it a go and see will it cook a steak. So let's get started. All right, family. The thing I like about this particular George Foreman, and by the way, this is my favorite George Foreman because it's so freaking simple. I use the term, we're gonna set it and forget it. On this George Foreman, you simply put your meat in the basket. You set it, put it in the George Foreman, set your timer, and you're done. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna simply season it, set it, and forget it. So with that, let's get started. All right, fam, we're gonna go to our 3 seasonings, which is salt. If y'all remember last week, I showed y'all my all-in-one seasoning container I got from Walmart, and I love this thing. So we're gonna do salt on both sides. Get out of here, fly. We're going to do black pepper on both sides. And just a smidgen of paprika. Those are my 3 go-to seasonings. All right, we're done with that. We're gonna take this, get rid of the plastic bag. We're gonna secure our steak in the basket, and that's what I love about this thing. Now we take our top, stick it in the back of the basket the close you can to your meat. Pull back on this spring. Put it down in there as tight as possible, because we don't want that to slip once you turn it. Take this with the motorized side, the gear side, on the gear side of the George Foreman. Put it through the holes. Hello, Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald always shows up when the food is being cooked. Put this in the George Foreman. Secure, lower our lid, and we simply hit the timer. And we're gonna set this for about 25 minutes. And I'm done. I'm gonna get on my lawnmower. I'm gonna start mowing my lawn for the second time since the hurricane. See, can we get the lawn looking decent? We're gonna come back in about 30 minutes, and this will be done. Even if I don't make it back in 30 minutes, this George Foreman cuts itself off, and it's done. So I'll see y'all in about 30 minutes. We'll be right back. Y'all stay tuned. All right, family. It's been about a total of about 30 minutes, and she's done. As y'all can see, I've done a large portion of the yard. I got the yard cut. We got the generator over here in the corner doing its thing. I still got a little work to do. But we got some of the yard cut, and we did all that while cooking Mama her steak. Let me get y'all set up here again. All right, I think that's good enough. Now, the beauty of this thing is you set it and forget it. the downfall is with this square basket that I'm using, you can only do one steak at a time or two burgers. So it's going to be for one individual or two individuals that eat very little. So like me and my wife, in our current situation that we're not eating as much as we used to, with some sides, we'll probably share this steak. The old me, I would eat that steak by myself. That's the downfall of it, is the small basket. Now, as y'all know, there's a larger round basket that comes with it that I've done previous videos where I've done 12, 15 chicken wings in that thing. That one, that's a go-to. Now, this particular George Foreman, the George Foreman Jr., I wouldn't take it with me camping because of its bulkiness. And actually, the other George Foreman, the original, is bigger. When you take I take that back. It's larger. Its footprint, I think, is larger, but it's not as bulky and it's not as heavy. So I would actually take that one with me camping, and I would definitely use it in a camper. This one, I just wanted to try it to see if the Predator 2000 would pull it. It did it with no problem. So family, I'm going to go ahead and let this steak cool off just a little bit. I'm going to take it into Mama, let her test it and see what she thinks. Like I said, it took about 30 minutes. But if you're asking yourself, Rosie, 30 minutes for a steak when it only takes about 5 minutes per side on a barbecue pit? That's true. But think about the setup time. If you're using a barbecue pit and you use my technique where you sear this thing first, or if you sear it afterwards, it's still going to take you got to pour your charcoal. You got to let your charcoal come with the temperature for 15, 20 minutes. Then you got to put your steak on. So you may spend an hour to get the perfect steak on a barbecue pit. On a stove, it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to take you 15 or 20 minutes. But 30 minutes, and I got half my lawn mowed, and I never had to touch this thing. That's beautiful. This is a lazy man's dream if you're only doing one steak, two hamburgers. So with that being said, family, if you enjoyed this video, give her a thumbs up. If not, a thumbs down, and a brief reason why in the comment section. If you like what we're doing here at This and That, if you love what we're doing here at This and That, consider becoming a subscriber. If you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time we drop one of these awesome videos. Peace.